Welcome into another Heroes Land video. This time we're taking on the Necropolis, taking on Nergal. I appreciate you guys stopping by. We are going to solo him. Something about going into these dungeons is I think all of your bonus health doesn't come through. So the only real way to heal it is if you have a mount that heals you. Otherwise you can't play, you can't build stuff. This is where the Anunnakis comes in handy. You're gonna try to use the Anunnakis multiple hits over and over again. Actually, I'm gonna do one thing here. I'm gonna switch my weapons so that this one is actually this one, so that I can get out of there when that happens. Okay. Him himself isn't that hard. You want to be mobile because stuff like that does do a lot of damage, but you want to just be able to stay away from him. The biggest thing about this is what happens after you beat him. So this, for instance, is an instance you just want to get away from him. So here you want the Anunnakis to hit as many of them while they're in the line there as you can. You can see that I dealt an incredible amount to them and pretty much killed every single one of them. So that's a big important thing about this, is to deal with them. And then they do probably more damage than him. So you really want to be avoiding that. Now we jump back, just get away. Make it a little bit harder for him to get that hit on me, because I'm very slow during that. So you're just trying to not be slow is really the only thing there. All right, same thing here. Just go back and forth to try to take them out. They can hit you there, so you got to be a little careful. We're gonna switch to or it's like a boomerang kind of thing, and we're gonna change to that because we need to do, when he dies, he turns into his Scythe, and the Scythe has 150 HP. But you just have to hit it 150 times. So you want stuff that has some sort of damage, like tick damage kind of. So you have to hit him 150 times in a certain amount of time, or else you won't be able to, like, he'll just restart. And I'm pretty sure he restarts with his full 15 HP. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have, so don't do it without make sure you have things in order. Make sure your stamina is all the way up. That's one thing. You want to make sure your stamina is up before you break into this. And then, like I said, we want to switch into a different weapon. So we want to bail off of this one. Where is it? Okay, there it is. You go this one and you put this one on for him. You gotta get him away though. So when we break him down to 0 here, we're gonna want to switch to that one. And then turn our cauldron on. And then we're gonna switch to this one, and then we're gonna do as much damage to him as you can, while you're also avoiding the damage of these things sending at him. You wanna try to get the Nergals on him. You gotta be careful for the damage though. We're about there, we're at about 30. Oh, we're gonna get it, and there he is. There it goes, and that is Nergal. Solo. Now there are 2 higher difficulties of Nergal. Will you be able to beat him solo at the higher difficulty? Probably, if you have the right kit set up. He's not too hard to deal with. The biggest thing is at the end being able to deal with the damage. And another good one is this Voltshade, because when it hits, it'll burst out and it hits him multiple times. So one attack hits a bunch. I use the boomerang Ghost Shadow, that's it. So the Ghost Shadow, I have the modification where basic attacks hover and deal +1 hit. So if I was putting it right on him, I was doing 1 extra hit every time. We got Nergal again. We've taken him down once for you, but we're gonna just check out a different version for it. Just a little bit of a different setup to show you guys what options that you have. Let's be the Necromancer. That could be fun. There really isn't much difference between the first, second, and third one, except for how the little spinner guys spawn, and obviously how many hits he takes and how much health he has and stuff like that, and obviously how fast and how much health he has. But in general, the fight is basically the same. Oh. If it gets scary, we can jump out with this and not take that damage, right? So that's where that comes in. We're going to jump with we got our big flame boy. Dropping lots of damage out on him. You see how the Anunnakis isn't really hitting him because he gets basically right up to us and he's quick enough. Oh, I don't have the ability. So for the Anunnakis, it's actually good for this one to bring it a little bit closer, because then you're going to be hitting him the whole way through. Gonna have to run. There we go. All right, make sure we have it. Make sure we have all our energy. He's gonna swap out. That was good timing there. All right, now he's the thing. We got to take him out. You got to switch to that. Make sure you... Oh, no! Revive, revive, revive. Revive! All right, we're back, we're back, we're back, we're back, we're back. Get this guy out there. Take him out. See how we're doing a decent amount of damage every time we hit him? Can we clear it in time, though? See, we do a bunch of time with this guy. All right, we got Nergal's necklace out of that one. So having the revival stones helps you a little bit. It's a little cheesy, but it'll just let you focus a little bit more on the attack and less on defense. So we're going to go the Calamity Ring, which just increases poison damage by 12, and basic attack hits with poison recovers 6% HP. So we're going to just get a bunch of HP back from that in general. Then we're going to also put on this bad boy. When dealing poison damage, there's a 15% chance to spawn a poisonous mist, and that also increases poison damage by 8. That's going to work out really well. I mean, it probably would work to have the Witch with the damage, because then the Cauldron can help out a lot, but it's not necessary. Then we're going to go with the Ancient Coral Plate and the Traveler's Boots on this one. Although, thinking about it, maybe we do the Dusk Curse. We're going to have extra attack speed, which is going to help in taking it down. And then the max HP, I think with Nergal, you can survive pretty well by just not taking damage. And then you can also be taking damage here. So I think this is going to work pretty easily. And then I think that's all we really need. That's good, that's good. But then we're going to equip... like we did on that first one, we're going to equip the Ghost Shadow and use the Ghost Shadow the whole time, though. And just kind of show how much damage we can do and how quickly we can do it. All right, let's go. Let's go, boys. So he's got 18, so you can see that we just start doing damage. And with all the extra percentage, we got the Poison Cloud, and we just start blasting him. Now, Poison, I think he doesn't... like, Poison doesn't do much damage to him. He might actually be blocking it. Let me check. Let me check real quick. Go to Nergal. Mr. Nergy. Mr. Nergy. Yeah, he's strong against poison, but it's nice to see this poison setup. Even if you're using what they're strong against, it can still work pretty well. Because this part actually doesn't really matter all that much, and you can stay pretty far away from them. But it's like, as far as this part goes, as long as you have like AoE stuff that can help deal with these guys, the biggest problem is these guys. If you can't really consistently deal with them, Anunnakis helps a ton with that. So as long as you have the Anunnakis, you should be fine. We're gonna get our stamina back up here, and you can tell he's having a hard time even hitting me with this build. We're a little quicker, I think. The attack speed is nice, working pretty well. Oh, see, when he gets to us, then when he goes with that one, you jump away. That's pretty much the only use of the Kiss of Death for that one. Pretty much the only time he's gonna guarantee to hit you with that. And you can tell that I'm staying alive with the poison pretty well. We can switch over to not attacking on this part because we're dealing with those guys, and now we're back up to full. So even though the poison is, you know, basically doing half damage, I'm not sure how exactly the damage works when they're weak against it or not, but obviously we're doing less damage than we normally would. But it still is a decent percentage increase overall, so I don't think I'm taking him out any slower than we did before. So now we have 45 seconds. 45 seconds. You can see that this is nice. Oh shit, I didn't mean to build that. This is nice because right there you can just tap a bunch of them and it comes backwards. It hits them a couple times. So those guys are not an issue with this build. So I would say this is just a longevity setup here where there's really no threat of death like at all in this whole. Oh, that's funny. Not what I meant to attack him with, but there's really no threat at all of death here. Throw that out when he's about to hit you, jump away, just because that does, you know, that's the only thing that really does a decent amount of damage. Also, I'm pretty sure that slows you too, so it impacts you further. Now we can stop. We're getting our regen on stamina quickly though. It's working very well. We basically take out one of the sides immediately, which makes it so much easier to take them out. But you have to remember, this isn't the part of Nergal that's worrisome. It's that last bit. It's that last bit where you have to take out the thing that you have to worry about. Now, I'm not going to have my guy, it looks like, so we're going to be all alone. We're basically going to need to use the Anunnakis and be in the right range. But I think that works out to be the right range when you have the Anunnakis. And this thing shoots at about that same range. So we're just going to let our stuff build. We want to make sure we have the special, because that little float there hits him more. All right, let's make sure our stamina is as high as it goes. We're getting there. All right, let's go. Uh-oh. That's fine. We're going to take him out. Whoa, all right, here we go. Put that out. Avoid the everything here, but still try to do the damage with these guys and the Anunnakis. You got to be careful with that part. 2 seconds left to use the ability. The ability chomps a bunch of them. And down he goes. That's always stressful on whether or not you're going to take it out in time. Oh, we got the necklace again. We got the necklace twice in a row. Obviously, Anunnakis is maybe something that you definitely need for the little size that are around. Another thing that you could do is you could run the Thunderbow and use the Thunderbow's ability to deal a lot of damage to the line. If you get on the side and you can just do the Thunderbow down the line and you do a ton of damage to him. So there are different ways that you can deal with Nergal, but I would suggest the higher difficulties, going with a friend, going with a homie that's gonna help you out, and you're gonna have a lot more fun with it. So thank you so much for stopping by. My name's Glanzer. Make sure you check out all my videos for Heroes Land, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.